What up, what up, what up? Happy New Year's Eve. Shit talking Tuesday. We got, there's a lot of shit we could be talking. The 49ers are lucky that we have holidays these couple weeks and we're taking it easy on y'all. Happy shit talking Tuesday, faithful. Ty, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy Tuesday to you. How you feeling today?
Doing good, feeling okay, feeling a little tired, sluggish, but we're here. We're here.
We here.
We're getting the vibes up.
That's
Steve-O
right. What's up, Steve-O?
Faithfully has two fantasy leagues. We got the Money League and we got the Free League that we just started this year. Denise won the Money League, so shout out to Denise.
Shout out, Denise.
Was in the Super Bowl against Breezy, and she ended up beating Breezy, winning the Money League. So shout out to her.
Oh, props to her. Nice.
Yeah, this is the first time. Well, she's been in this league now with us for, I think this is the 4th year, but this is the first league that she's ever played fantasy football in. So each year she's gotten, better and learned as she's gone and, gone through the ups and downs of fantasy football, and she swiped the win.
Nice.
And Steve-O won the Free League that we just started this year. Steve-O swiped the win in that one. And then I don't even know because there's different people, like people from Twitter joined, and not just 49ers fans, a bunch of different people. So I don't even honestly know who the first, second, and third place people are, but I saw that it was Steve-O that won. So that's good. I will be sending Steve-O a prize for winning. But yeah, so, fantasy football wrapping up. The season, unfortunately for us, is wrapping up.
Yep.
But I'm proud. I could say, at least some of the 49ers showed up last night and actually didn't make it. Like, I was just like, don't go out there and lay down and get our freaking asses beat. And we got to hear about this shit like for the whole fucking off season that the Lions went in there and beat our ass. So I'm glad that they didn't do that. We got some stuff to get into. We got some giveaways to do. Chat, what's up? Happy New Year's Eve. I hope you guys are doing great. If you're going out tonight, I hope you have a wonderful time. Stay safe out there. I saw a video already of, I didn't know, like, obviously I'm not in New York, so I don't know how they do. I know how they do stuff in Vegas. But it, like, they had like New York, like where the ball or whatever,
where the ball drops, yeah,
like all blocked off, and then like they opened the gates and everybody went rushing in. I'm like, oh my god, like that looks dangerous already, and the gate just fucking open.
Like, you herding them in there like cattle.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Throwback, what's up? First in the door, appreciate you, sir, as always. Don,
what up, Don?
Counts on you too, always being through the door first.
No doubt.
I appreciate, since the year is coming to an end, let me just say, I appreciate you too so much for everything that you've done for me, for this podcast, for, obviously that includes anybody that is a co-host with me on this platform. You guys really hold it down for us, and it's greatly appreciated. I know I try to tell you guys that, as often as I can, but it really does mean a lot, because, even Throwback puts out the tweets, saying that we're going live, like does so much stuff that you guys don't have to be doing, and it is greatly appreciated. With that being said, I do have, and Throwback, he never enters the giveaways. He never wants to win shit. He never wants to let me send him shit, but I don't care, because I'm sending you something. So I do have, there's a prize in one of these is Don's and one of these is Throwbacks. It's autographed something. When they get it, if they want to share with you what it is, then they can, but I'm keeping it private. Ty, I'll show you after we end the show.
Nice.
But just a little thank you for what you guys, do for me, do for us all year long. It is truly, truly appreciated. Steve-O, what's up? The Under the Helmet podcast. Hey, I DM'd you on Twitter, so check your DMs. I just want to make sure that your address is the same before I send out your stuff. And make sure, if you guys aren't subscribed already to the Under the Helmet podcast, that you guys go click that subscribe button. It's free. while you're at it, if for whatever reason you're not subscribed to Ty's channel, please make sure that you go hit that subscribe button. The link is right in the description box of this video. Nice and easy for you. It's free. It helps us out tremendously.
Big time.
So please hit it. Hit it. Let's see. Bebop Baroni. Happy holidays,
What
the
up?
animals. Happy holidays. Let me know what you guys. I was gonna put a poll, but since we're like all in different parts, of the United States, I can't just put, oh, what are you guys doing for New Year's Eve? Are you celebrating on the Strip? Because you guys aren't here in Vegas. So
there's no Strip.
let me know what you guys are doing. Let us know what you guys are doing for New Year's Eve, what you guys are doing tonight. If you're going out, if you're going to the bar, if you're hitting up the club, if you're going to whatever the Strip is in your city, hanging out with families, friends, let us know. What are you doing, Ty? What you guys got planned?
Nothing.
Ty's gonna be
We're
snoring.
staying home, keeping it low key. Yeah, we've been working all day. Like, ain't doing nothing. We just gonna celebrate in our little family unit. That's what we do.
That's good. That's good. Nice and safe that way with the most important people.
Exactly.
Obviously, me being in Vegas, when you work in the casino, 99% of the time you're going to be working New Year's Eve. So, I'm off now, but my wife, of course, has to work. And since she does work on the Strip, they close, the Strip down at a certain time, and she works graveyards. So she has to leave for work like 3 hours early because she has to be able to get into her work before they close the roads. So yeah, it sucks. The last, probably there was a 5-year span where I would take her to work and be since, we'd have to get there early, and then we'd go up to her on her employee parking garage and then watch the fireworks up there. And then she would just go downstairs and clock in, right. She'd have to start work at 12:30 or 1 or whatever. But now it's just too much hustle, hassle, bustle, all this shit they got going on down there. So she just takes off, and then she'll normally FaceTime me or whatever, and then that's how we do our New Year's.
There you go.
And now, normally my daughter will be home with me, but now that she's married, she probably don't have time. She don't have time for her old mom. All right, so probably just me and the dogs. Yeah. And then I'll go out on my patio and see what fireworks. We used to have a great view of the Strip at the house before we moved, and so we'd be able to see all the fireworks from there. But now, my patio faces kind of the opposite direction from the Strip, so I can still see the neighborhood setting off fireworks. So we'll see. I'll try to post some videos. We'll see what's going on. But chat, let us know what you got going on tonight. Don says, hang out with family, playing games, throwback, home with fam.
That's right.
Steve-O probably going to his bartenders. You know what he does, his craziness. Let's start these giveaways. Let me show you what we got.
Let's set it off.
Let me turn on the light. Let's start it off. We're going with the old guys first, the oldies but goodies. We got CMC fireworks. I figured, fireworks. It was fitting. We got Fred Warner, Lockdown. And we got BA.
Okay.
A cleary one.
Oh, nice.
So we'll start off with those three. And then we have the rookies coming up. We got Ricky. What a night from Ricky last night.
Exactly.
We got Renardo Green. What a night from Renardo. Super excited for the future of Renardo and Diamador. Holy shit.
Yep.
Then we have Isaac Garendo. And we'll end it off with a numbered Jacob Cowing.
Cool.
And then we're starting today's episode, starting with the new year, we're going to start the Swiper Award. So for those that are here all the time, they know that we always talk about the person that always comes in and swipes up the prizes for that day. meaning you're winning 2, 3, 4, 5 prizes. So I was thinking of how could we do something to go with the swiper? And I'm like, well, the swiper, the person that already swiped them up, they've already won enough, right? So let's do the swiper award where the person who is the swiper of the day ends up, I'll have a card set aside. So this is a card I set aside. I already labeled it for the swiper. So it's a Brandon Ayuk rookie card.
Nice.
So if we have somebody that ends up being the swiper today, they'll pick somebody that was here today that entered into the giveaways for that card to go to. So the swiper will have the power to pay it forward and award the card to be gifted to somebody else that's in the chat that's entering the giveaways. So I'll explain it too as we go along. As somebody, you know, obviously if there's like 2, 3 people that have both won twice, then, you know, there's not going to be a swiper for that day or whatever. So it has to be somebody that's a legit swiper that has, you know, 2, 3 wins and nobody else, you know, is contending with them. So as we go through, once we get a swiper, I'll explain it as we go. And yeah. That's what we'll start doing now. Swiper award. All right. So hashtag. Let's get. What do we got? How about hashtag Eve? Get in there.
There we go.
Hashtag Eve. Hashtag EVE. Get in the first giveaway. All right. So obviously, we talked about it, right? The 49ers lost. Jake Moody. Oh my. I think, I don't know. I'm all for, you guys know I talk about, you know, like not writing these players off.
Yeah.
You know, like when they're first couple years in the league. But when you have one job,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like a specific thing like that, and you just are complete ass, it makes it so hard to continue to try to root for him. You know, like
Yeah.
I even watched after the game, Lombardi had posted like him, Jake Moody being interviewed in the locker room or whatever. And like, I had like tears in my eyes, like listening to him and watching him, because you can just tell, like I would hate, like somebody that has suffered with depression, like I would hate to be in his shoes right now.
Yeah.
Like you can just tell, like he is fucking going through it.
Yep.
Deservingly so, whatever, but he's fucking going through it. You know, and he talked about how Kittle came up to him during the game and was like, "Hey, do you believe in yourself?"
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, "Yes." And Kittle's like, "Well, if you believe in yourself, then I believe in you." You know, like we know that you put in the work. We know you got this. You know, but it's like he doesn't believe in himself. Like Kittle and Shanahan publicly going out there and saying, "Yeah, we still believe in him," yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't do not one single bit of fucking good. Not one single bit of good. Like he don't believe in his own self. He has zero fucking confidence. With that being said, then you have Kyle sending him out there to attempt the longest kick of his fucking career.
Bingo.
When you know that he's going through this slump.
Bingo.
You know he has no confidence. So let me send him out there to do something that 99% sure he's going to fucking fail at and make the whole situation worse and just pile more shit on top of it. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be setting your players up to succeed. That is not setting your player up to succeed.
Yeah. So first of all, Jake, you hit the nail on the head with everything. He's clearly shook. His confidence is shaking. You know, I don't write off these young guys either. They're still young, going through it. He still hasn't played 2 full seasons of football, right? This is his sophomore slump, clearly. But you can see he clearly is in his head. He's got the yips at this moment, right?
Yeah.
His confidence in his kicking, he's overcompensating now. He's doing too much. Like at this point, you know, I'm confident in him, but it's wavering because how much confidence does he have in himself? And
Yeah.
usually when a guy gets the yips, it's hard to overcome it because they're just in their heads too much. So that's that. He's got to overcome that if he can. But to me, what was more egregious was exactly what you said. He missed the 51-yarder. So you make the decision to send him out again to kick a 58-yarder, even longer and more pressure.
Stupid.
Like, really? And then you get emotional when he missed. That's on you 1,000%. Like, I'm not even mad at him for missing that. Like, people are acting like kicking and hitting a 58-yard field goal is easy. It's not. Not a lot of people attempt it. It doesn't happen. Right? But to know that you got a guy who is missing 50-yarders consistently now, and you're like, all right, go kick one that's damn near 60. Why would you make that decision? Why wouldn't you not just punt it away and try to play the field position game? Make them drive the length of the field. Instead, you're risking them starting at basically midfield at that point. Right? Like, come on, Kyle. You have to be better. The decision making has to be better. The situational awareness has to be better. We got a lead. Let's not get them a short field. 58 is too damn long. Let's just punt it away. Try to get a stop. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah. Hashtag Eve, get into the giveaway.
Get in there.
We have a lot of great ladies just joined. It must have been a lady sign blinking outside. Free ladies, get in free at the door. Because we have Miss Debbie starting it off, leading the way. Welcome in, Miss Debbie.
Welcome.
Happy New Year to you. To the Queen. Then we have Miss Peachy.
Peachy came in the house. What's up, Peachy?
Happy New Year's to you. Then we have Jess.
What's going on,
Happy
Jess?
New Year's to you, Jess. Then we have the winner.
Oh,
Happy New Year's, Denise. The champ is in the building. The champ is here. Woo! Congrats to Denise. If you weren't here to hear the beginning of the show, Denise is the winner of the Faithfully Money League Fantasy League. Her and Breezy were in the Super Bowl, and Denise kicked his ass.
Way to go.
Took home the bacon. And Steve-O is the winner of the other Faithfully Fantasy League. So shout out to both the winners.
That's right.
And shout out to the ladies coming through. Hashtag Eve. Get into the giveaway. Hashtag Eve. If you weren't here to see, the first 3 giveaways are Brandon Ayuk, rated rookie. Fred Warner, lockdown. And CMC fireworks. After that, we have the rookies. Renardo Green, Ricky, Garendo, and we got a numbered Jacob Cowing. We also are starting the Swiper Award, the Pay It Back Swiper Award today as we go through the giveaways. If we have a swiper, I'll let you know how it works. Because nobody's acting like they understand. So
no, it is. You
we'll
introduce
explain
something
it as
new.
we go.
They're like, huh?
Yeah. All right. So Moody. Then let's get into Brock Purdy. Again, when we need Brock in the fourth quarter, to put the team on his back.
Talk about it.
And we're not even asking, like you don't, like, you have weapons out there. Just deliver the ball to your weapons and let them go to work. Like, we're not even asking you to Superman it out there. So technically, you don't even have to put the team on his back. Just don't fuck it up.
Yep.
And this season, this seems to be more often than not, when we need him to do that, he goes out there and fucks it up. So he had a hell of a first half.
Yeah.
Like, if we could have got that first half of football that we seen from the offense, the entire offense, throughout the game, like, we would have been looking good.
Oh, yeah.
But when you have Brock out there throwing interceptions to the same guy who then pulls a freaking Merton Hanks fucking celebration on us.
That pissed me off.
Like, not embarrassing enough that our quarterback's throwing 2 picks to the same guy. Technically 3. 1 got called back, and then he throws the same fucking interception to him right again. And then the second pick, like, the first pick, you could tell it sailed, right? The second pick, though, is the one that pissed me off. Because Kirby Joseph, I think that's the name, is just sitting there in the middle of the field and does not even fucking move. Literally. He's just watching Brock. Like, Brock don't bait him. He don't try to get him to move with his eyes. He knew where Brock wanted to go with that ball, and Brock went. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, I used to talk about how it made me sick watching Jimmy G play, right? Like, every time he dropped back, I would be, whether I had to puke, poop, pee, fucking something, like, just sick to my stomach. Because I knew that the interception was coming. It didn't matter if he could have been 18 for 18. I was still sick to my stomach when he dropped back for number 19, because I just knew that interception was going to fucking come. And I talked about how it was so nice to be able to just enjoy watching football again, to not have to worry about a quarterback that's going to go out there and be such a stupid fucking idiot and have no brains between the ears, because that's what Jimmy was, like a box of freaking rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so nice to have a smart quarterback that took care of the football and was going to do what he needed to do and protect the football on top of everything else. Protect the football. And now I'm not to the point yet, guys. That's the Jimmy G point. And I've seen like this, the memes going around where it's like the Jimmy G and the Spider-Man costume. And
You know, they're
like
pointing at each other. Yeah.
It's funny, right? And trust me, we're on that path. If it keeps going at this rate, we're going to get there. But I'm not there yet. But come the fuck on. You know, and people want to blame Kyle. Oh, well, we threw 16 times in a row, whatever the fuck. And so? Other quarterbacks are throwing 40, 50 fucking times a game.
Thank you.
We can't trust our quarterback to throw?
Thank you.
That's his job. Like, why are we babying him? And yes, you need to have a run game. Like, yes, all of that. But when shit's not like that, when shit's not going according to plan, you need to have your quarterback take care of shit. Like, come on. Like, he ain't a fucking rookie anymore. And this is what I'm talking about. Is like, you're paying him $60 million a year. The talent around him's not going to be as great. So what you saw this year is what you get. Like, you want a great O-line? Well, you can't be paying your quarterback all this fucking money. You want weapons around your quarterback that have to fucking carry him because he can't throw 16 times in a row? Well, you can't pay your quarterback top end fucking money.
Simple.
So, like, what, like, I just don't know, like, where we're at with Brock, because, like, at the same point, we're back to this. Like, I feel like we talk about this every week now. Do you start over? Like, there's no quarter. We're not in the position right now to start over. Like, you're going to have to trade 3 first-round fucking draft picks again to get into the first top 2. And then is there a quarterback even coming out that's worth that? Do we trust this front office to make those decisions again? Do we trust Kyle to go get another quarterback coming out of the draft again? Or are we going to go after one of these quarterbacks that are coming available? You know, Kirk Cousins, that's Kyle's guy. We're never going to be able to put those rumors to fucking rest.
Because people won't let it. That's why.
Yeah.
People love to talk about the same old stuff. He was his guy in Washington. That was a decade ago.
And he was complete ass this season. And
think about that. Yeah, it was a decade ago, and they're still talking about it. The inability to let things go and just follow the same old stupid narrative. Let it go. Oh, they tried to get him. Yeah, that was in 2017.
Yeah.
We are literally going into 2025 right now. Let it go.
Let it go.
Go. Exactly.
Let it go.
Find something new to say. As far as Brock, those 2 interceptions were disasters. Because they killed our drives. We were in Lions territory driving. I mean, the second one came on the 25. Oh, I mean, we're talking about deep in their territory here, right? It just totally killed us. It just totally killed us in the second half. Take away those turnovers, and we're winning that game. But he has to get better. I mean, he plays very well. He's still only in his second season starting. So he has to get better at some things. I know people want to anoint him as elite and all this other stuff, but he clearly isn't there. Is he a darn good quarterback? Yes, but he's still learning, maturing, processing things, right? That's where he is. So I think we got to stop with these bookend narratives of Brock is either elite and MVP or he's trash.
Yeah.
Like let's tell it like it is. He's in his second full season starting, still growing. We gonna get stuff like that. But people complained, oh, we throw too much. Just use your heads for a second. What would you rather have? Our third string running back running the ball.
That's hurt.
Exactly. He's out there gutting it out. Or you have Brock Purdy getting the ball to George Kittle, best tight end in football. Deebo Samuel, who, when he's right and his head is in the game, is one of the best weapons in football. Juwan Jennings, one of the most underrated receivers in football. And you saw the emergence of a young Ricky Pearsall, who's like, oh, well, he looks like a first-round pick. He's out there balling. This is what happens when you actually give him the opportunity and call his number.
Right.
Oh, holy crap. Exactly. Holy crap. So what would you rather have? Your third string running back on a bum leg trying to run the ball all day, or your quarterback who you're saying is the guy? He was an MVP candidate last season. Everyone always says he's one of the best in the league, and he's given it to all these weapons. I know what I'm choosing. Let's get the ball to these weapons and go off. And you saw that's what the team was doing. The offense looked the best it has been all season long. We came out the gate and scored, 3 touchdowns in a row to start the game? We haven't done that all season. This is the offense we've been waiting to see. So I have no problem with it. He just has to mature some. I know that second INT, Pearsall was open. He just threw it late, didn't look off the safety. It was just bad execution on his part altogether. But he's got to learn and grow from that. And, we got to give him time to do that.
Yeah. Let's draw. I'm going to draw BA.
Let's do it.
Then CMC, then Fred. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Are we going to have a New Year's swiper? Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see. Swipe it up. What did you think about during the game? Steve-O!
Congrats. Keeps on winning.
EA is yours. About Tim K coming out and saying Jed told him, quote, Kyle and John ain't going anywhere. I seen when that post came out, there was a lot of comments under there that made it seem like 49ers fans were nuts. Like all these other fan bases that were like, oh, after one shitty season, 49ers fans are wanting them gone. Like after all this and yada, yada, like so many posts like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like thinking, that's like only about 5% maybe of the fan base, like.
Yeah.
Just because there's some loud people out there that.
And that's unfortunately what it is.
Yep.
When I saw it, I was unfazed because I'm like, okay, and water is wet. The sky is blue. Like,
like we knew this.
Tell me something I don't know. Right?
Dawn, CMC.
Congrats, Dawn. Like, yeah, it's like just because some loud people out there say something, it does not hold weight. It's not true. Just like the whole stupid trade Kyle to the Bears thing. One guy, yeah. Mike Florio says it on his stupid TV show or whatever he has, and all of a sudden, it's supposed to be true. It's a thing. No, it's not. Like fans need to fans and the media need to smarten up and be like, okay, this is trash. We're not engaging with this. Let's talk about something that's actually real.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like, the season ain't even over, and we're having to already come out like with this narrative that, like, killing narratives. Like, the 49ers will not fire their head coach and GM. Like, because I know Kyle was far from perfect this season. Far from fucking perfect. Far from perfect his entire tenure so far. But to act like we're to the point that Jed's going to go in there and just fucking clean house. Like, we're not to the point that the faithful are hiring planes to fly over Levi's with fire.
Exactly. fire John Lynch and stuff, right? Like, I don't think we are not a bottom feeding team. I can see if we've been losing 3-4 years in a row, finishing last place, picking high. That's different. We're talking about one mediocre season where a whole lot of shit has happened. Like, come on. Yeah. We got to do better.
Yeah. Now, if the entire roster, if we had all these Pro Bowl players and they're out there healthy and, they're just like, they're all acting like freaking Campbell, like we're not playing, we're not fucking doing this anymore. Fuck Kyle. Like the, locker room's a fucking mess. Like the culture is out the window. Like none of that is the case. Like you even had Nick Bosa played his ass off say that, you know, this is the first time in his career that he's not been playing for something at this point. And in the Miami game, that, yeah, it kind of got to him and he wasn't playing up to his standard. And he had to tell himself, like, you're not going to go out like this, you know, like,
right. Exactly.
Everybody deserves better. We have a standard that we fucking are held to. Like, you know, if we're healthy to go out there, you're going to go out there and give it to your all. Like, why would you want to go out there and put shit on tape? Like, that ain't doing nothing but looking bad for your own self, you know, especially these guys that are fighting for, you know, your next job, you know, whether that's on this team somewhere else, you know, whatever. Like, people are watching. And Monday night, out of all nights, people were watching. Like,
you're the only team on,
yeah.
Right? You're the only thing on, so all eyes are on you. So you got to show up. But it's exactly like you said. You know, once again, the narratives have been out there about the 49ers and the culture and the losing of this and that and that. Did you see any of that last night? I know I didn't.
No.
But the loudmouths swear up and down it's happening. Kyle's being fired. They don't want to play for him. I didn't see any of that last night.
Oh.
Guys were out there giving it their all. George Kittle running over people. Nick Bosa just running through people. You know, get some friendly fire dinged in the head. He comes right back in the game soon as he could. Soon as he could.
What a season by Kittle. Like, wow.
Exactly.
Like that old ass man. you couldn't tell this season. Exactly. All injuries, like all this stuff. People were talking, oh, they should have been traded fucking 3-4 years ago. Like,
get rid of him. Yep.
Because, wow, he looked like the best tight in the league to me.
It looked like it to me. They couldn't stop him, no matter who they put on him.
And that's what the quarterback that was playing mid.
Exactly, everything. And he was balling.
And Kittle has had a hell of a career for having mid quarterbacks. Like, he's not out there with a fucking Mahomes. He ain't out there with a Josh Allen.
Think about that.
He's had such scrubs like the first few years of his freaking career, you know? And like now, like he gets to take advantage of Brock, but it's like, man, like he's done so much with so little and having to block like 75% of his freaking time.
Exactly.
And still hell of a freaking tight end. Like, damn.
Yeah. Think about it. He's the third option in the offense. But most of the time he's like the key part to the running game.
Yep.
So he's not even out there on passing downs a lot. Like, even when we call pass plays, he's kept in to block sometimes to help out with the quarterback protection. That's what he does. Imagine if he was just sent out there all the time, the numbers he would have. It'd be insane. Hey, thanks, SGA. I think it's on the website. If it's not, I got to put it up. StayFaithful.vip. Once again, www.stayfaithful.vip. And Mariah, you got to check your mail.
I got mail.
Don't forget to check your mail. You've got mail.
And I'm going to show off whatever it is. So be ready.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm representing Patrick today because he drove to the game. He was there representing, cheering on with the fans. That's dopeness.
Yeah.
Like
I love him. He always is like getting on Twitter, like talking to us, started spaces, talking to the faithful, like, you know, like he'll put out videos like and asking questions. And, you know, a lot of people do that just like farming engagement, right? Like just to get people to answer. And then they don't even read the fucking comments. They mute the post and never to be heard of again. But he actually goes through, responds, like likes the comments, like all kinds of shit, you know, like that's hella dope for being like literally the GOAT. And all these years later, still, you know, putting and devoting like so much like to the faithful. Like that's
exactly always humble, like never ego driven, down to earth. And it's like you said, he's always giving back to the fans in some way, whether it's responding to comments, he like signs, he does a bunch of signings all the times, giving stuff away. Like, the dude is just awesome. So when I saw that and he was there and cheering, I was like, yo, I got to represent for Patrick today because, man, you don't get that. We don't get that. Like, we know Jerry Rice is always there, right? But like Pat's there interacting with the crowd, signing things with fans. Like, he's just dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hashtag NY to get into the giveaway. Hashtag NY. Again, this is for the Renardo Green, Ricky Pearsall, Isaac Gorendo, and the numbered Jacob Cowing. So get in there, get in there. Currently, Steve-O is holding the swiper. So we'll see. We'll see if he gives out the swiper. We'll see who he gives it to. Or Dawn might come back. We'll
never
see.
know.
Somebody else might come through and swipe him up.
Dawn is a notorious swiper.
She is. But Dawn is answering the wrong hashtag. So she ain't going to swipe shit by entering this hashtag, Dawn. Hashtag NY, Dawn. No E.
Just 2 letters.
Hashtag NY. Get in there. Like New York. But for New Year's.
Yep. It's for New Year's.
Some good we talked about a little bit. Ricky, like, why has it taken this long? Like, I obviously coming back from what he's gone through, all that, but he's been back plenty of games now that he could have been involved because nobody else was. Like,
right.
But you know, I do love that, and we talked about these last few games. This is the time that you play all your young guys, you play your guys that you're on the fringe of deciding their future, all this shit. And we got a lot due to injury, of course, but we got a big dose of a lot of the young guys yesterday. Obviously, and shout out, congratulations to Tarvarius Ward and his family for the birth of his son. Huge. I love that. I was so happy to hear that news. Obviously, after the year and everything that they've gone through. And, you know, just amazing to obviously bring life back into this world. But with him being out for this game, that opened up the opportunity for Renardo Green to get the starting spot. And, you know, he's going up against some studs. And we talked about it last week, too. Like, he was going up against Tyreek Hill, you know, like he's not out there guarding just some chumps. And to be doing that as a rookie that not even supposed to be starting, like you're just thrown into the starting job, right? Like, and he's had like a quiet, great rookie season. And if we can just keep him going in that direction, like, and I put out a tweet yesterday and I told you guys this at the beginning of the show, big thing that I'm looking forward to for next season is him and Diamador Lenore, and we'll see who ends up being that, you know, the other corner spot. But that, like, I've never been more excited and more happy about the future of what the cornerback position of this team, a spot that's been like a thorn in our sides for years and years and years and years. And it's so hard, like, to find lockdown good fucking corners. Like, you know, most teams, they'll have one great corner and then a guy, you know, like, it's hard to get 2 studs, you know. And if we can get Renardo Green, ain't there yet, you know, but if he continues to, you know, grow into that type of player, like, man, like, we hit the jackpot with that. You know, so I'm super excited, obviously, for him. You know, Ricky, if we can get that Ricky, like, okay. Still waiting to see, you know, Shanahan said Cowling was finally starting to earn reps. But, you know, maybe he'll earn them in the offseason. I'm not sure when he's really going to earn them. But, you know, and then obviously we talked about Gorendo, like Pooney, like this rookie class, like, holy shit, like a bright spot to take from a shitty ass season was that finally we like hit on like holy shit, like the almost entire fucking draft, you know, like
Yeah.
if you're just going off the one season to go off of. But wow, like this is the best results so far that we've gotten from a complete draft class under Kyle and John since they've been here.
Agreed. And the biggest thing is they got playing time. We actually saw them on the field. Like in years past, guys would play in preseason and we'd be like, oh man, he looks like he can really play. But we wouldn't see him at all. For whatever reason, they just don't get on the field. They're somehow in the rookie doghouse, whatever. They're just non-existent. But, you know, one of the blessings that came out of this season with the injuries is that guys were forced to play. You know, so, hey, knock on wood, hopefully that's not always the case, but it shows you how important it is to play these rookies and give them run. Yeah. You know, Renardo Green, we saw when Isaac Adam was struggling, we were all like, yo, give Green some run, just put him out there. So they actually said, all right, let's put him out there. They didn't listen to us, of course, but they did put him out there from time to time, leak him out, give him a few plays here and there, and that's what you should do. Don't just throw them in there. Give them some plays. Give them a few series. Let them get their feet wet. You can pull them off the field. But then we saw, I forget which game it was, he started. And I remember everybody was like, oh my gosh, he's finally starting. We're excited. And he's done nothing but get better and better since. Ricky P, we all know what happened, but he started playing. He's just a victim of circumstance. We have so many weapons. When you talk about, you know, Ayuk was there at the beginning, and the Debo and the Kittle, and you know, when our running backs are healthy, they're involved in, you know, Juwan Jennings. So even if you look at just today, he's like fourth in the pecking order. He's the last guy. So Kyle has to actually call his number and give him reps. The last time he did that was the Tampa Bay game, and we saw he had 4 catches for like 80 yards and a big touchdown. It was like, okay, this dude can play. We just need to call his number more. Like, make him the first, second, third option in the route and let Brock get him the ball. And that's what we saw last night. They were actually using Debo as a decoy a little bit on a bunch of things to free him up. And I was like, that's smart. They're playing him one-on-one. Let him get out there and show that route running, show that speed. And he did. Yeah. And he shined. And I'm like, okay, this is what we need to do more often. Call his number 5-6 times a game. It can happen. Too. Yeah, and he has great hands. He ain't dropping many balls. You're like, you know, pause.
It out Kittle that he learned from 85 on how to catch those one-handed passes. So
yeah. It's so like, give him the opportunity and let him grow. Because we're going to need him in the future. Mm-hmm. Like, drafting him first round for a reason. So he's here for at least 4 more years. Yep. Let him rock. But yeah, Green, Grendo, Pooney from ever since preseason, he's been the man. I'm excited Tatum Bethune was on the field and got to play. Yeah. I wanted to see him in the linebacker package a little more, especially with Fred and D. Winters banged up. But D. Winters, he's a second-year guy. And last preseason, we saw him flying around making plays, and he just disappeared. But this season, he's gotten the opportunity, and he was looking like a young Greenlaw out there in the first half before he started cramping up or whatever was happening to him. He was flying around hitting people. And I'm like, imagine if we didn't sign 59 in free agency and we said, hey, young fella, you're going to be that linebacker next to Fred. You're just going to fill in for Greenlaw and, learn and grow.
That's what they should have done.
Imagine where he would be right now. He would be much further along. So, yeah, man, let these young guys rock. The rookie class.
Then you got Mustafa, too. I forgot. Mustafa had a hell of a fucking season too. Like, holy shit,
Yeah.
what a stud.
Yeah. Like, just started from day one, just thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
And just got and continues to get better and better. And that's what you want to see. These guys are going to learn on the fly. But if they're showing growth and seem like they got it, like, man, the future is great.
Happy New Year, Chrissy.
Happy New Year.
All right. Hashtag NY. Last call. Let's get these giveaways. I'm going to draw Garendo, then Renardo Green, then Ricky P, and then we'll end with Cowing.
All right.
So good luck.
Yeah. I'm hoping Jacob Cowing gets run this next game, especially with Josh Dobbs out there. Like, they were hooking up in the preseason.
Yeah.
They were doing their thing. So I'm excited. If they can hook up and do some things this game, make us get some explosive plays. Hey, congrats, David. It should be a fun game.
Yep.
Well, I'm hoping Josh Dobbs
McNiner.
starts. Kyle hasn't said anything, and I'm hoping he doesn't do that stupidness he did with in the Green Bay game.
Dobbs should have got that fucking start. He came in last night and like, wow, like he deserves the fucking opportunity to get this start.
I was like, oh man, this drive is going to die right here. He's not warmed up, like nothing. He's just in there cold, and he has to throw like, long passes because it was a sack, remember? And we were backed up. I'm like, oh, this drive is dead. And he comes out slinging it like it's nothing. And I'm like, damn it. And I agree, Peachy. Dobbs should have been 2 all season long. I don't know what Kyle's fascination is with, certain guys, but damn it to hell. Ugh, it's frustrating.
Done.
Congrats. There you go. Making that comeback. That swiper comeback.
Swiper tied up through 2. Let's see. Got Ricky P. Good luck. And I can tell my internet's being shitty, so that's why I'm not talking that much right now.
It's always at the 50-minute mark, I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
we got McNiner swiping it up.
Yep. He said, don't count me out. Yeah, it's always at the 50-minute mark for you, like it's tired of working. Like you said, this was going to be an hour. Dang. I got 10 minutes. I ain't doing nothing. I'm starting to pack up.
We got 3 winners.
Uh-oh.
Who's going to take the cowing? Do we get a new winner or someone swipe it? Let's see. Good luck.
Oh, Rick Diaz asked, what's your opinion, guys? Who should be the next quarterback to start Sunday? Yeah, this Josh Dobbs. It's a no-brainer to me. Peachy. Congrats. Yes, it should be Josh Dobbs.
We said no swiping.
He just brings so much more to the table. The arm strength is improvising. We saw what he could do with his legs, Like, let him play.
Yep. I agree. Should definitely be him. He should have got the start in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And if, just for the sake of what he came in and showed last night, like, Kyle should give him the nod. Like, you already fucked him over by not giving him the start in Green Bay, by keeping him as a QB3 all freaking season, except for in games when you think you could possibly freaking need him. Well, now he needs to audition for his future, so let him go out there and get the start. So maybe he can get an actual real backup job somewhere else, that wants to use him as their freaking number 2.
Or here, like, hello,
wherever.
We're going to need a backup next season. None of these guys are under contract.
Well,
like, this could be his audition for you. Hey, can he go out there and run a full game and it's against a division opponent, like on the road, you're not going to get much better of a look than this. Let him start. And like, hey, you go work out a contract with him. You don't have to reteach him the playbook.
Yeah.
Like, be smart about it.
I wish they would keep him, but
Yeah,
I
like
know.
him. I think he's good for the locker room. Yeah, he's fucking smart. He can clearly play. He makes plays. We saw it through the preseason. We saw it just last night. Small sample size, but to be thrown into the fire, like, hey, we're trying to come back. We need a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and get it. Okay.
Yeah, because Brandon Allen can't do shit. So it's like,
job done. Well, what you need now?
why are we going to go out there and be an embarrassment starting that guy at quarterback? We'll get one fucking touchdown if we're lucky. He ain't doing shit. He's like a statue, worse than fucking Jimmy G out there. It's like, bye. And, we talked about, well, because Dobbs, he's going to do whatever he wants and not listening to Kyle. And that's not Kyle's thing. He wants whoever's going to fucking, I tell you to go here with the ball, that's where you're going to go. But it's like, yeah, Brandon Allen's going to do that, but can he get the ball where you're telling him to go? No.
You know what I'm saying?
What does it matter? He might listen to you, but he can't get the ball there. So
right.
Like, oh my God. So yeah, obviously with Brock being out, and we talked about it all week, leading up. If you're not going to have no friggin' O-line, we had literally two guys starting that were on somebody else's practice squad just last week.
Sign them off the street. You come here.
Yeah, and
we need you to play.
Them out there protecting your starting quarterback, the guy that you're about to invest all this money in. Like, why? When you're playing for absolutely fucking nothing, like, why did you even have Brock? And then Brock ends up fucking getting hurt, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all that could have been avoided. And it's like, so I'm glad that it didn't even take. Finding out, it didn't take Brock having to go through the week of practice to see how he was feeling. Kyle already said, no, Brock's not going to play this week.
Yeah. Which is a smart thing to do, right? Like, use your head. Like, you know what? No. We're literally playing for nothing. We're playing for pride right now. And they showed it last night. They got all the pride in the world. There was no quit. It was all fight, all guts, playing with heart. You've proven it. There's nothing left to prove. They ain't got to prove nothing to me or anyone else. None of these big mouths with big platforms, they can all shut up because all that's been put to rest. So you be smart. All right. I'm protecting my guys. You're not playing. That simple.
Like, I don't want to even see. I don't want Fred to be out there. Like, he's already playing. Like, he shouldn't even, like, I know, like, he wants to finish out the season and he wants to, but like, he shouldn't be playing. Nick Bosa shouldn't be playing. Like, these guys, Diamador Lenore shouldn't be playing. These guys that we have invested money in that are part of our future, like, you shouldn't be risking because, like, God forbid we have a Greenlaw situation happen with somebody and then they're wiped out all freaking season long. And then there goes the future too, It's like, you don't risk it.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind. Like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing these guys shut down. It's like, you know what? We know, I get it. You're a warrior, but you got nothing to prove. You proved it all season long. Like Fred, dude.
Yeah.
You cracked your ankle.
He's the last person that needs to prove shit.
You cracked your ankle. You missed 2 quarters of football. That's it.
Crazy.
That's it. Most guys would be done for the season right there.
Fred's such a stud.
Go sit down. Exactly. Go check your mail. Go sit down. You sit down. Demo, we know you hurt your knee. You're still dealing with it. You got nothing to prove, bro. Go sit down. Like everybody. Pooney, dude.
Yeah.
You got nothing to prove.
Yeah. Like, yourself. Can we keep our one good O lineman out of there, please? Like the one guy that we have that's worth of shit. Can you not have him out there?
Nothing to prove. Go sit down. That's the way I'm looking at it. Go sit.
Oh no, Denise.
Hey.
What a shitty game for you not to be able to go see.
Denise, it's exciting. You can see all the young guys out there battling.
The
This is good
future.
stuff. Exactly. You get the future of the team right now. Think about yourself as a time traveler. You've jumped ahead. You're seeing the future Niners.
Throwback says defense only had 2 takeaways since the bye week. And this is coming from a defense that we spent the offseason talking up because they were finally taking the ball away again. Like, you know, and whether that was under the DC that we fired or what, we had a great year last season getting fucking turnovers, finally.
Yep.
And now back to this year, it's like turnovers, a thing of the fucking past. All of a sudden, we're throwing turnovers, we're turning the ball over, and we're not getting the ball back, you know? And you can't fucking win football games like that. You can't.
Nope. What's the number one recipe for losing games? If you lose the turnover battle. We saw it just last night.
Yeah.
They had 2, we had 0. Bam. Their 2 turnovers led to 14 points. Just do some simple math. Take away 14 points from their score. What do you get? A 49ers victory. We're all feeling good, right? Everything's better today.
Yep.
Simple math. So, yeah. So, I think when the opportunity for those turnovers come, we got to start cashing in. Because for the past few weeks, there have been some opportunities to get some interceptions, jump on some fumbles, do some things, and we just didn't do it. We didn't make it happen. We got to start cashing in on that again. Like, guys got to really hone in on getting the ball back and, you know, putting the offense in short fields and just, you know, dominating the game.
Yep. All right. Closing thoughts. Any New Year's thoughts? Any whatever before we get out of here?
Closing thoughts, man. I'm just proud of the team because if you look at what happened around the league this year, I mean, this Sunday, it was a lot of teams in our same position where they're not having the best year, and they played a team in first place, playoff-bound team, and they got shellacked. Just embarrassed. That wasn't us. We came out and we played like the 49ers. It looked like 49ers football for the most part. It was like, we're not scared of them. They're not the big bad anything. I don't care what they say. And for basically 2.5 quarters, we were leading the game. We were winning it. Right? So all that BS that people have been talking, like I said, that's been put to bed. Don't even listen to that anymore. I'm proud of the guys. They showed up and showed out. And what's more important is like the stars of the team showed up and they led the charge. And it shows you who we really are. So, you know, it gives me a lot of hope going into next season. Like, this is what we're going to be looking like, but we're going to be even healthier and looking even better. So, yeah, it's going down.
Going down. Chat. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Are amazing. Thank you for a great year. We appreciate each and every one of you that come out, that support us, that have supported us. Even if you supported us at the beginning of the year and you don't support us anymore, we still appreciate your ass anyway. And yeah, if you guys are going out, please stay safe. If you're staying in, have a great time, regardless what you do. And yeah, we'll be here next year, 2025. Literally. We're coming. I have a bunch of new stuff starting next year. I'm going to start streaming on Twitch, non-football related. And yeah, we're growing the Faithfully in Vegas platform.
Awesome.
We're going out of here. Can't just be here talking about 49ers all the time. I got to branch out and do other shit.
Exactly. Yes. There you go.
So yeah, stick around. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I hope everybody has a safe, wonderful, the best year coming up.
Exactly.
Whatever, I know a lot of us had some crazy ass 2024s, some shitty 2024s. Some of us had some good 2024s, but 2025 is going to be better. We're coming.
It's looking up, baby.
Let's go. All right, chat. Much love. Appreciate you all. We're out of here.
See ya.
See you guys next year. Peace.